afternoon, evening, morning. I don't know. It's some random time, somewhere, some place. I would like to go ahead and say hello. Welcome. This is episode 3 of Press Start. We got a few things to talk about. Might be a shorter episode, might be a little long. We'll see how it goes. All right. Today we have Silent with us. He's new. All right. And we have, again, third episode, second episode he's been on. We got Skeletons. Gentlemen, how are you doing?
Whoa! I'm back, baby!
Oh my god. Okay. I'm great. I don't know what that was.
I cannot believe I'm on for a second week in a row. I'm gonna have to tell my mom about it. It's insane. I'm just hyped, dude.
He did this last episode too, like just actually
I'm
crazy
so
fan.
hyped to be here. I love every second of it. Steve, you
God.
know you're like my favorite person in the whole wide world. So
Look at Idol. Wes is over here like, did you just say that he's your best friend? No, this ain't happening.
well, figure it out. But we're here.
Figure it out.
Figure it
We're
out. Hit a
here.
buff. Walk it off. All right.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure, Wesley, I don't know if I know you're new to this, but he will send us autographed checks in the mail, so you might want to hang on to those.
Yep. $0.99.
That's more than I have, so.
Old 99 cents.
Oh, 99 cents.
That's a
So,
free drink right there.
dude, for real, go to Quick Trip, come and go. Summer, not sponsored, just saying. Just a heads up, since this is episode 3 and we don't have sponsors, there won't be any sponsors. So, good news is you guys won't have to worry about commercials of any sort, which is nice.
Or you could get us sponsors.
Or
Chat.
could you
or
share,
viewer.
like, subscribe, make sure everyone has it, okay? You are seeing up on the top left corner that calendar up there, all right, that you see next to my face. That is the stream schedule. That is a new stream schedule. That's what we're sticking to. That's what we're doing. That starts Monday. Monday is the 18th, so that's when that starts, all right? Got Skeletons is going to be set up on a schedule as well. Don't know that schedule
What?
yet.
I am? Well, this is news to me. I guess I gotta make a schedule.
Well, yeah, buddy. If you want people to come and watch, know when you're going to be on. You gotta have certain days you know for a fact you can do it without trouble.
Without trouble, baby. Let's go.
Maybe he might just be a random. All right, he might just randomly do it.
You're a random.
I'm a little bit random. I've been very
Marcus doesn't
sporadic.
like scheduling things.
True.
I'm a very go with the flow kind of guy.
You don't go with any flow.
All right. Call me
You're the
out
least-
for it.
You're the least.
Call me
flow
out for it on
I know.
podcast. Wow.
God.
Yeah, right in front of the internet.
You're a guy.
Just in front of 19 subscribers who may or may not
Yeah.
watch this. No,
Excellent.
real. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. Like the past couple weeks, I've been super sporadic on streaming. I haven't stuck to my main days. It's been later in the evening or nighttime, but that's only because unemployed, don't have a job, and life is life. The last episode did quite well. We got 18 views. We have 19 subscribers, but we got 18 views. Appreciate it. This one comes up Sunday, so that will be today, which is the 16th. Actually, sorry, the 17th is Monday. I'm really bad at days, so forgive me.
Okay, we know.
I'm really bad at a lot of things, but hey,
That's also a thing we know.
yeah. That's also why I'm. It's okay. Now, some things I wanted to get into. Okay, some updates on a few things. I don't know if either of you have seen the trailer for the new Halo Infinite game, or if you got to see them playing it during the Xbox reveal thing. Did either of you get to watch any of that trailer, or have you watched any of the trailer or gameplay since its announcement?
Are we talking about Halo?
Yeah, Halo Infinite, the brand new one.
Yeah. I did see the trailer, and I don't know how I feel about it. It looks super arcadey,
Right.
and not in like a way that I'm super into.
Like it
But
doesn't feel like a normal Halo.
It does look great. Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel like a normal Halo though, from what I've seen.
I would actually agree with that. There's something about it that feels weird.
It feels I don't know.
But
like,
it
just
doesn't feel
watching it-
bad, if that makes sense.
No, it's definitely different though. It's like a
Different's good though. Can be.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, absolutely, okay, absolutely. But I mean like, I will say like I do like some of the new mechanics, which is you can grapple to things, or you can grapple objects or enemies to you.
yeah. It seems like
That's
literally every Halo game that's ever came out,
Mhm.
they just like gave Master Chief like a bunch of new abilities that he never had before, but they just acted like it was like it always existed.
just like
And they
oh
were
no,
just like, oh yeah, he could do that.
the story just needed to progress a little bit more. He just always needed to. He's so good. He just didn't
Yeah,
need
he
to do
always
it
had a
until now.
grappling hook. Yeah, he always had a grappling hook in his wrist. We just never told you about it until now.
But I mean, like, Halo has progressed and has become one of those games that people default to when they think of Xbox, and especially
Yeah.
of those who remember playing Halo on the Xbox 360. Everyone remembers playing that, the most toxic online game in history. Like, it doesn't matter now at this point. Like 360 playing online on Halo, that was toxic. It was disgusting. But everyone remembers
I
it.
think Modern
And it's,
Warfare 2 might have that one trump, but
yeah, well, I kind of agree with that. I think Modern Warfare got worse. I think it progressively got worse because everyone shifted from Halo and we're like, hey, Call of Duty, it's online. All right, let's do this. I think it really did get a little funky from time to time. But no, so Halo Infinite, everyone has been expecting to be released with the Xbox Series X, which comes out in the holiday of this year. So that's either November or December. We'll figure it out. I don't know. I'm assuming it's probably going to be before December, so people will be able to buy it sometime probably around Black Friday, or it'll be after Black Friday, something, because that's where they're really going to get all their sales for, because kids and young adults and even adults are going to be scrambling to try and get these as soon as they come out. I'm sure people are already trying to pre-order. I don't even know if there's a pre-order yet. I'm sure there is, but so Halo Infinite is not coming out though when the Xbox comes out. I think that might be a problem for Xbox. I think that might be a little problem. I don't think it'd be huge, but I think that could be seen as almost like I'm not sure if I want to get it just yet because Halo's not out. Because I know there's some very hardcore people who love Halo, kind of like there's hardcore people who love very specific games like Call of Duty. Like there's always that one person who will always buy Call of Duty no matter what, even if it's trash. So I mean,
I think Xbox has kind of grown away from like riding their what do you call them? Their like signature titles
right.
to sell the consoles. I think they're basically just trying to sell it as a overall media thing.
Like it's like yeah.
It's not like they're selling it on the just on the back of we have this game.
Right.
Like I think they moved away from that a little bit ago. Because I remember when the Xbox One came out, there was very few games that were even on it. Like I think the first game I had for Xbox One was like Black Flag, Assassin's Creed, and
Did you ever beat it?
Titanfall was the big one when that one launched.
Didn't
no,
they
I
have a
didn't beat it.
Titanfall? Didn't they have a Titanfall Xbox? Like, wasn't that like they had that pack? Like that was what they were selling with.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, but when you think of Xbox, though, you think of Halo, because they try to do that. I know. I remember releases before where they tried to release it as like Master Chief with that Halo Edition Xbox.
Yeah.
That's what I remember it at. I don't know if this is gonna. The fact that the game is being delayed until 2021. That's a whole year after the Xbox has been out. Like, the game might actually have a problem as far as sales go, due to the fact that there was like just that huge lapse a year. I mean, that seems like it could become a problem.
Yeah, it's gonna be on PC.
Oh yeah, then
But
I wouldn't.
I don't think that. Well, I mean, how long has it been since we had a Halo game?
Halo 4.
Halo
4?
5.
Five?
Number 5, yeah.
Was there a Halo 5?
And that was and
I
that
haven't
was
even kept up with
that was years ago. Hang on, let me look it up.
Yeah, I was curious too.
Halo 5. See, this was the first and only Halo title that hit Xbox One, and it's in the console's lifespan.
Two,
And it came out in
2015.
2015.
Holy hell.
So, yeah,
I mean, yeah, it's been a fat minute, but I mean, think about it. 2015 and now, that's 5 years. You know, how
Yeah,
how
right.
have they
So,
not
like-
been able to keep up with that?
well,
Are
the
they-
thing was is they kept catching their releases at awkward times. Like 360, they had like how many titles they even have on 360? I think it was like 3,
Mm-hmm.
because they had Halo 3, ODST, 4 was still on, Reach was on 360, so they had 4 titles there, and then Xbox One came around, they kind of just like
Yeah.
dipped.
Yeah, it was
They were
almost
just like whatever.
yeah. I mean,
I
like,
think they're just
I don't know.
at this point they're just focused on like. I mean, God knows how long this game's been in development, but
I'm actually curious.
I don't think the game will have a problem with selling like at
Mhm.
all. Actually,
I think it's gonna be like one of those, like, everyone's gonna forget that there was a Halo game coming out, and then they'll be like, "Hey, release date is this day," and everyone's gonna be like, "Wait, what?" Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Like, it's almost gonna be like, you know,
Yeah, we
GameStop or
we
Walmart
forgot
or
that
like
was gonna happen.
Amazon's gonna be like, "Hey, we got this in stock. You can
If they
pre-order
do it
now."
right, it just depends on how they roll it out. Because if they try to do like a super drawn out marketing thing,
Mhm.
then I don't think it's gonna hit as hard. But if they were just like, yeah, you know, we said 2021, well, it's like January 1st or something.
Right.
Like, I feel like that'd be kind of crazy. I don't
Man,
know. We'll see what they do.
I'm hoping it's good because if
But
they
as far
don't-
as this, I'm watching the trailer right now. This looks like, if you guys remember Halo Wars,
Mhm. I remember that.
this is what Halo Wars kind of looked like
Right.
graphically.
Mhm.
Like all of the enemies were like super bright colors, so you could like identify them obviously because it was RTS. But
Mhm.
you know, I think this is kind of what they always wanted it to look like, and they just never really got there.
I mean, if you look at the changes from the first Halo release to
Yeah.
this one, I mean, it's just a huge difference. And I think they probably have definitely progressed a lot better than.
The games that were on 360 all had like a super like they tried to have like a super weighty
Almost like
quality to 'em, I
almost
feel.
like flat. I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't want to
looking
say
like
flat,
they,
but less texture.
They like steered more towards like I don't know. I feel like that's how all games on 360 looked really, because all the Call of Duties were always like that.
Almost like,
they were just, like,
less texture as possible.
Super beige and just like
Mhm.
not really like bright and like colorful.
Like, not like a differentiates. Like, you couldn't, like, there wasn't like a really good texture on grass and different colors of the grass, or like looking at
Yeah.
the sky or anything like that. It was definitely
Yeah, but
usually
we
like
had
a
red
flat.
team and orange team for sure.
Yeah.
Just basic random colors.
Uh-huh.
Another thing I wanted to bring up on Xbox, which I think probably could be the biggest problem they're gonna have. I'm sure Xbox players can be a little bit irritated by this. It's not much of a change, but PlayStation has had their yearly PlayStation Plus subscription fee at $60, $59.99. That's what they've had it as. Well, Xbox had it, and its current price for 1 year, 1 year gold subscription, is right now $49.99, but it's gonna jump up November 1st to $59.99. So, I mean, there's that. The 1 month subscription is gonna go from $7.99 to $9.99. That'd be a really shitty deal, by the way. A 1 month subscription for $79. But like, that one's jumping up $2. Your 3 month subscription is going from $20 to $25. I mean, it's not a huge increase on the 3 months, but still, they're increasing their prices here on the Xbox Live prices, which is just, they're kind of getting up there where PlayStation's at, but I feel like if they stayed where they were at, I don't know. Something about me feels like this might be a bad decision, but it also could be just fine, and the same amount of people will still buy it. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I have like no frame of reference on gold subscription because I've just had mine so long. And back when I have mine on yearly,
Mm-hmm.
and back when I first had it, it was like $120 a year. How much is it now yearly?
$50. So it's went down quite a
so
bit.
like I don't know how to feel about that because I didn't even know the price went down.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was still 120 bucks for a year.
Are you
No.
still paying for it?
Yeah.
I mean,
You're not even hardly get on your Xbox though.
I haven't touched an Xbox in 2 months, 3 months.
I mean, like, but like I said, like, but the thing was, this thing about it was 120 bucks at one point, and you were paying this crazy price. It dropped down to 50 bucks.
Yeah.
But then now they're starting to go back up in price, and so that kind of makes me feel almost like that might be a bad move. That might be, but it might not be. I don't know. You know, I'm not a marketing genius. I know a lot of people will still buy the Xbox Live. I know people will still do this. I know there's going to be some hardcore people who only play Xbox that will buy this.
Yeah.
But then there's also the people who are like, hey, I allocate 50 bucks a year. You know, this is what I allocate for. I'm just paying for it for
I
this
doubt
month.
that they'll lose business. I mean,
I
it's
don't think
$10
so.
more.
I
mean,
doubt it.
What are you gonna do? Sell your sell your Xbox and buy a PlayStation? You'll pay the same amount.
Yeah, I know. That's the
So,
thing,
like,
though. Is that's
I just don't.
Xbox just had a foot up on PlayStation. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm a PlayStation fan. I've had a PlayStation my entire life. Not my entire life, but just I've had PlayStations growing up. That's all I had. I played on Xbox 360 because my friends had it, so we played on that. But usually I was playing on PlayStation, so I'm a big PlayStation fan, and I don't mind paying the $60 a year for a PlayStation. But on top of that, Xbox. I had an Xbox for a little while. I sold it to my sister, so I just didn't get on it. But I mean, like, they had a foot up on PlayStation for just the price of gold and live. Just being live. That was the foot I think they had against PlayStation a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I think it's just me being, whatever the word is for cheap. But
I mean, it's definitely like there is a difference there, but I don't know. I feel like the demographics are different.
Right.
With like the type of people who are on each one. Like I don't know very many people who are like super like one way or the other. I don't think it matters like in this day and age.
Mm-hmm.
But, like with the PS4, you obviously have like, or PS5 or whatever they're on now. You obviously have like more. What do you call those?
Subscriptions.
Like the titles that only PS4 has. What do you call them?
Exclusive.
Exclusive.
Xbox
exclusives and PlayStation exclusives
with PS4, but like as far as for me, I guess like having a PC, I'm kind of biased, but
right.
I
think we all have a PC.
Yeah, well, obviously, but a console to me is more of like a media center than it is like a super like hardcore gaming machine. Like,
right.
It's like cool if you want to, if it's for those games that you can't get on PC, or just to watch YouTube, or like, whatever else.
Yeah.
So I feel like the console war is super hyped up, and it's not actually that
big.
I feel like it's not actually that competitive.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Like, I'll be honest, lately I haven't played on my PlayStation 4 in a while. I have a yearly live subscription. I should be using my PlayStation Plus to get my free games every month and downloading them. But, I mean, honestly, I've really just used it for Netflix and Hulu and some streaming platforms. Actually, just recently, I haven't even been using it for probably 2-3 months in general, because I've been using my TV, because I now have a smart TV, because we have those now. Those have been out for a while, and
that's another thing.
They've just gotten cheaper, and so people just moved. They stopped playing on their PlayStation or their Xbox, or stopped using it for media center playing. I use it only to play movies if I want to play a movie that's not on Netflix or anything else. So
everybody has Fire Sticks and smart TVs and all this other stuff now. Mm-hmm. So like, I don't know if I'd be curious to know if like console sales have decreased because of that.
Yeah, I'm wondering that too.
Yeah,
because like they've almost become the new DVD player at this point.
Yeah,
because everyone's got some sort of smart TV.
I haven't seen a dedicated DVD player or like Blu-ray player in so long.
Dude, I'm gonna agree with you. I haven't seen a fat one in a while. Like,
yeah,
I don't think the last time I used probably a DVD player was probably maybe when I was like 13, 14 years old. I'm 22 now. That's a long time.
Wow, you're old.
Yeah,
dude.
That's a huge amount of time 8 years is a long time. Okay, that's
I might
pretty
buy a
long.
new Xbox soon.
You
Why?
might.
Now that we're having the conversation, because I want to play UFC 4 and my Xbox is busted.
We'll
You
wait
know?
for the 5 to come out.
Wait for the new one. It comes out. It's cross I think it has backwards compatibility, right?
But is it gonna be?
Is
How
it
much
gonna be?
though?
It's gonna be $500, just like everything else.
Oh, is it gonna be $500?
I think it's-
When I pre-ordered the Xbox One, the original Xbox One, it was like $800.
Holy
Okay,
hell.
well that's because you pre-ordered it and because your money bags.
No, it was not. It was not because I pre-ordered it. That's how much the console was when it came out.
How?
I don't know. It was ridiculously expensive. I still have
Yeah.
that controller. I need to find that day one like
I'm actually
2011
curious.
controller.
Should sell it, even though it's covered in grease.
It's not covered in grease. I was not a greasy boy.
You, yeah. You're a greasy little.
accuse
greasy
me
little
of being
girl.
greased. It's not a greasy 12-year-old.
Greasy little 12-year-old. Just a little bit. Just a
not.
little bit grease.
So
It's fine. It's fine. Everybody was.
Are you sure it was $800? Because it's saying Xbox One on launch was $500.
Maybe it was because you got
I
the
definitely paid more.
the super pre-order mark of the day.
It was like the day one.
Yeah.
Did you have,
that
like-
was like,
thing.
Did you have
Yeah,
like a
even,
game edition of some sort as well with
like,
that?
hey, pay $300 for us to put 2013 on your controller.
I just remember it being hella expensive, and my dad was like, "Whoa,
yeah, they're.
Okay, but one time.
don't fuck this up."
The PlayStation was
It's like, okay,
actually surprisingly the PlayStation was $100 cheaper than the Xbox on launch. That actually
believe
that's weird to me because it feels like they've been
Is
the same.
it weird, Steve?
Yeah, because they've been the same price every time they've been launching recently. They've been trying to competing at the same price, but this time I think they're going to be a little bit more expensive. There's no way it won't be. I mean, the stuff they're putting in it, they've already said it's going to be a little bit pricier than they normally would sell it for. So we're looking probably at a $500 or $600 price tag for the PS5. The Xbox Series X might be anywhere between around that price too. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, these things have a lot of power and a lot of stuff in them. So I mean, they're almost
They
like
have
a
that
PC.
much power. I feel like a PC just blows it out of the water.
Well,
I mean, it
absolutely,
does,
a PC will always until consoles decide to actually build a chassis that's almost like a small PC, but it's
Why don't they just
replaceable
build a
parts.
PC?
if consoles just acknowledge the fact that they're just PCs.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just
they
yeah,
are.
we're just like a cool PC that you can't like tear parts out of or anything, and you have to.
Well, that's
stick
what I'm
what you
thinking,
have,
like-
and it is what it is.
If console developers would create their consoles to where, hey, we have a new piece that's specifically for this. Here it is. You can swap it out or keep your old one. It's fine. If they got in the game and they got something similar to that to PCs and made a little more adaptability here, people wouldn't be buying it just for the games anymore. It'd be more like games and then name. You wouldn't be buying it because it's you'd be buying it because it says Xbox on it or it says PlayStation on it. It doesn't have to be good at this point, but like what I'm saying is if they get similar to like PC changes, like hey, your hard drive's garbage, here's a bigger one, just slip it in and everything else you had will be on the cloud, and then you just pull it off the cloud and put it back.
Yeah,
on
I don't think they ever should have deviated from the. I think Xbox was onto something when they had the removable hard drives.
Yeah, I thought that was.
Yeah,
I think
I
they were
don't
heading in the
ever
right
should have
direction.
deviated from that. Yeah.
except for when a kid takes his to the hospital and then leaves it there and then doesn't get another one until the Xbox One comes out. That would be me.
So that was a solo you problem.
That would be me.
I can
Ah,
guarantee you that no other kid in the world had that problem.
No, I've never experienced
But the next
that.
person who got that hotel room was
They're like, oh, sick.
Pretty stoked.
nice. He already beat all the
But I mean, like,
all the achievements.
I don't think anyone's. I don't think part of me doesn't feel like they're gonna roll into that kind of realm of being able to switch out parts for a
No,
while.
they're
Oh,
gonna
that'll
keep
be a thing
They're
for
gonna like keep it all, like
Original, basically.
in its own little box until they
Box.
can't possibly compete.
Because at some
Here's the
point,
thing: is we already have console-sized PCs.
yeah, but they're not
But,
great.
yeah.
Like
They're average.
I remember
They're
there was
probably-
this super cool Lenovo one that I wanted forever. Or no, was it an Asus?
Yes, no, it was Asus. It was
It was
that,
Asus,
that's
and it
fine.
was
Every
the
time you
best
walk
pro.
in, you're like, you can't buy that. It's mine.
Dude,
So I was looking to buy a PC, and you're like, nope, I got dibs.
this thing was so. This was like the coolest PC I've ever saw, and it was like it wasn't even a good PC really at all.
Yeah, it's just like it had like a wow
500
factor about it.
It had like a 500 gig hard drive and like.
There's no way you could have put another one in it. Like,
Oh no!
It was
It
too
was
not at
small.
all.
Would have had to
Yeah, the
swap
case
it
was
out.
so tiny. I wonder if they still sell that one at Best Buy.
Oh, I bet you they do.
It was like every time I walked into Best Buy, I was like, one day,
Do
one of
they
these
even
days.
sell it still? Could you buy it like right now? Like,
I
is it
have
on,
no
are you on sale? Could you send me the link so I could buy it?
How long ago
Yeah.
was that?
Oh, it was some.
We were in high school.
Yeah, it was.
That's not that
We
long
was out of
ago.
high school. I mean, yeah, I was looking like I got my first PC. I got a gaming laptop in 2017, and I was looking to buy a computer, and then Wes was like, "You can't buy that
That
one."
one was also $1,500, and it's still
And?
$1,500.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, yikes!
Okay, so Core i7, 16 gig,
Send it to Steve so he can put it on the stream so people know what we're talking about.
1070. At the time, that was actually really good
Decent
PC.
one?
Now that I see that, it's a
Yeah,
pretty,
send it to me. I'll pull it up for them.
Yeah.
But I mean, like,
that should be the link.
I remember like small.
It says it's sold out
Oh my god.
because they only ever carried one in every store, and it was on,
Buy the one on display or go
it was
home.
on display.
Oh my god. Yeah, let me pull it up here. Hold on. And switch over to my feet.
This was the most
Yeah.
hype beast computer.
Oh wow, you guys can't see that because my face is in the way a little bit. I'll pull it up. There we go. Wow, that is not. It's not really that big. That's actually quite
It's
small.
not at all. It's literally the size of an Xbox.
Looking at the comparison to this keyboard, it's not that big. Wow. I mean,
But again, it was $1,500,
oh god.
like-
Yeah.
and it's.
It
I mean,
still
it's
is.
obviously.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, it's way, 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 way better than any console you could buy. But
Yeah,
no
but I mean,
parent
this
is
is
walking in to Best Buy and saying, "Oh yeah, you want that $500 thing, and you want the
Oh,
$1,500."
there was some parents.
No,
I bet there was.
no,
I bet there's a few parents or like grandparents like pick out what you want.
there was definitely some parents, but not the
Not a
majority.
lot.
I mean, like, I wouldn't have. I can't say much. I bought a real garbage one that was crappier than this, but it was also worth the price. I paid $500 for it.
Oh, I remember the first one you had. Is about that tower you had?
I
The
still
one
have
from
that
the
tower.
iron-
Yeah, Ironside computers. I still
Yeah,
have
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I still
Yeah,
have that tower.
my laptop was like $800. I got a laptop because I didn't want to buy a monitor, and I didn't have internet at my house, so I had to take it back and forth to my grandparents to play online at all. So it was like, buy a tower and take it back and forth, or buy a laptop. Shut it.
Yeah, I had that one tower I bought. I still have it, but I changed out the motherboard, CPU, and the GPU in it. I added the GPU Jack gave me, which was like a 620. I think it was a
And you
NVIDIA.
bought mine.
Yeah, I bought
didn't
your 1050 Ti. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I put a Ryzen 7 in it, a new motherboard, that 1050 Ti, and it's been like that ever since. There's been no changes. I haven't changed
Is that
fans.
your streaming PC?
Yeah, that's the streaming PC, and then gaming PC is the new one, which expensive, but it's definitely
Yeah.
worth every
Yeah.
single bit of it. I'm not
Oh
gonna
yeah,
lie.
I bet it was expensive. I was looking at parts like yesterday, and I was like, "Sheesh."
Well, this thing was a custom made case. Is one of the reasons why it was a little more expensive than normal. I could have bought
Yeah.
it for like probably $1,000 cheaper, but
Oh wow.
I would say probably about $1,000 cheaper.
Yeah. No, me and Wesley have been talking about. I think what I'm gonna do with my computer is put it all on a piece of plywood and hang it
Almost
on
like
the wall. Like,
almost
not
like a
even
test
joking.
bench.
Like I'm really gonna do it. I'm gonna hang it on the wall.
It would save you some space, but
We'll mark this down on the podcast when it happens. We'll have an update picture photo.
update photo.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
like
gonna be sick. It's gonna have so much more room for hard drives because like you can never have enough.
just get a couple GTX Titans on there.
No, not gonna be that. I'm hopefully gonna get a
That's the other thing,
1070.
too, is you can fit as many, graphics cards or whatever you want, because you
You
got
know.
no case.
Hey, do a
No,
double
to mess
PC setup with 2 motherboards and everything. Be
So most likely, what's
pretty
gonna
easy.
happen is gonna buy graphics card, then sell current graphics card.
Okay.
What is your
I'll go a
current?
completely different direction.
What is
I have
your
a
current?
1060, or I have a 1060 Ti. I had a 1050, then I got a 1060. I'm probably just gonna get a 1070 and call it good for a long time.
I mean, you could get a 1080 and just call it good for a long time.
I mean,
too.
that's an extra $300.
They're not that expensive.
I looked at them yesterday. I found a 1050 for $525, or a 1070 for $525, and then a 1080 is more expensive than that.
This thing looks
GTX
bad.
1080, $550.
What? Where?
Yeah, come on, Marcus. You're not fucking shopping around enough.
Radeon R9 Fury X, $525.
Send it to me. And it's not like a mini or anything like that, is it?
No, I just look up
Just
GTX
send it
1080
in
price.
Discord, man. Just send it in the Discord.
Oh my god. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute.
So I don't know if you saw the Discord, but I think whenever Jack gets on, he might jump in as well. So
Hey guys, good news. We might have a random person that might jump in. No, I'm just joking. Hey, you guys know him. He was on episode 2. He might come by.
Didn't talk too much. Spilled some wine. He's a pretty good
You
podcaster.
might shop
Yeah.
in.
If he was a midget, we could start calling him Tyrion. But
1650
instead-
super. Oh,
yeah,
50 super.
I have a 2080 Super in mine. 2070. Let me double check.
That's fucking in gaming.
Yeah,
Fuck.
dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Fuck.
I went all
Oh,
out
yeah.
on this thing.
He's trapped over there.
Like,
He's got it.
I was just looking at pre-builds, just like randomly.
this is a pre-built, but it was special edition. So, but I mean, it's got
That's-
32 gigs of RAM, and they're the Trident G Skill RAM. That's LED. I got liquid cooling.
Why don't I just do that? Why don't I just buy a new computer? Screw buying parts.
I mean, parts would be
Like-
cheaper. In all honesty,
Is it though?
Yes, it's cheaper.
It's
a
okay.
little bit cheaper,
It
but-
is cheaper, but I think the money, the extra money you spend to get other people to do the cable management, other people to install the shit, like it's just all there.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of worth it.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I mean, like I just saw a computer that had an i7 with 6 processors, and the computer was $1,000, and that
6 process.
What? 6? You mean 6 cores?
cores, whatever.
Fuck.
Like
6
that alone-
processors.
like,
Holy
that
hell, that's a
alone-
server.
That alone is like $300.
Yeah. Well, okay,
And
so
it's got a 1060 or 1660 Super.
mhm.
What is that? How many gigs is that? GPU power. What are we looking at there?
It's 4 gigs. Well,
A
I'm looking at it.
Super?
1650 Super is
1660.
I think it's still 4.
Here, let me do it.
Let's
Let me do it
look.
quick.
Because I'm looking at one right now that has a 1650
six
Super and it's
gig.
4 gigs.
There's a
It's 6
gig.
gigs.
Yeah, there's a 6 gig one I'm looking at right now. GTX 1660,
Yeah.
6
Yeah.
gigabyte, GDDR5, 192 bit. So yeah, it's not.
So it's what I have currently.
Yeah, basically.
But then on top of that, I would get a way nicer processor. So it's a possibility I could do this. Then
I mean, like,
maybe the old plywood thing would go out the window. But I
Hey.
definitely need a new CPU and a motherboard. My thing
that
is 3
is
years
something.
old.
If you guys want, I'm actually gonna say this right now. If you guys who are watching want us to put together a parts list for Marcus, break it down, and look at a comparable PC for him to show him the difference, we can do that. If
Yeah,
you
we need
guys,
you to go ahead and vote in the chat. We're gonna need it voted by tonight, so in the morning we'll know for sure.
like, let us know about that for sure. He also wants to put it on fucking wood. I think that's a horrible idea.
What?
Just the fact that it might light on fire if it gets hot.
You're
enough.
horrible.
There's, no
idea.
there's actually no problem with doing that.
Okay,
Really?
I
I mean,
we'll
think
find
would
out.
be I've seen people do it with like
Practically.
desks. No, what it would do is I wouldn't bolt it to the wood. I would I don't know how I would do it yet, but like get longer screws and then have like some like nuts underneath it, so it would like be
There's space.
raised off of the plywood.
I
Okay.
mean, you could take your bracketed piece off your piece inside your case.
Yeah,
All your shit bolts to. You can cut that out and just drill that straight into your wood, and there you go.
yeah, you can do that too. That is
You
definitely
can
a
even
thing.
cut
But
out
nonetheless, if Marcus
sections of-
decides to actually build this, okay, I'm thinking we'll do a video on it to kind of go over it and actually see what
Oh,
he
we
did.
can just film the whole thing.
I'm thinking we'll
If that's what-
film
if
watching
people
him.
want it,
If you guys want to watch that, if he decides to build that, so we'll find out the decision. I'm sure soon enough.
yeah, we need like a poll, and we need a way to mail in your votes. Steve, what's your address so they can mail it in?
No. No. In the chat, go ahead, type in there. Let us know if you want us to do a comparison for Marcus to give him the rundown on why building your own PC is better, because I'm retarded and I bought a pre-built because it was limited edition because I'm great. Anyways, we can do that.
Wow, that's a lot of
Yeah, that's a lot about me.
that's a lot.
Well, that tells you about my self-confidence. So let's go ahead. Let us know. We'll kind of go over that on the next episode if you want.
And kind of what I thought about too for my piece of plywood wasn't just going to be a piece of plywood. I thought about like getting some vinyl work done and putting it on there, maybe like spray painting over it, then ripping it off, or something of that.
Leather,
Like try to make it cool. Maybe put like a light strip around the outside of it.
some LED, so it's still got
Yeah,
that LED
yeah. Like I'm
swag.
trying to really do it up.
It's a pro
It's either
gaming
that
rig.
or I buy essentially is a case that's just a bracket with no actual case on it for $100.
So I won't lie, like that does sound really cool. I know someone who actually took their Xbox 360 because it kept overheating. They literally stripped the whole thing down, so it's only the bottom, so it gets enough airflow. So it's only that whole contraption. All the inside bits are showing. There's no wall. There's one side was pulled off, a little bit around it. All that's there is where everything's bolted to. That's it.
There's also a ton of just open air PC cases that you can get.
That's what I was also looking into was doing
Yeah.
that. And you were like, why don't you just put it on plywood?
Well, yeah, because like those open air cases are like super expensive for no reason.
So
the
let's
one
get
has, like,
janky.
$100. And also too with like the plywood,
There's one
add
that
on
Cougar makes.
like you always have room
Yeah.
for every.
Yeah. There's one that Cougar makes that's like ridiculously expensive. It's like 200.
Oh, I've seen that one though. It's got like
Ugh.
chroma and stuff on it, right? Or what's it called? Like the RGB lighting.
Yeah,
It has like a bunch of glass. It looks almost like a
Oh, yeah,
trans.
it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, if Marcus decides to do this and when he has an idea of it, if you guys want, we'll make that video. We'll film all of it, all right, and we'll make that video if you guys want to see that. But if you guys want to see us, show Marcus those fun things, next episode we will.
Well, it won't be filmed next episode, but we need
No,
to
but
know
I mean
soon,
like
and it'll be within hopefully depends on when we move in to the rent house, but it hopefully will be in the next month.
right. But I'm meaning the the difference between pre-builts and just finding some cheaper parts, which I can tell you right now, you can literally find cheaper parts without going to the actual sites. You can find it on Facebook cheaper. That still works.
I don't want a used graphics card though. Like
You want a full
get outta
brand
here.
new, untouched.
I'm gonna buy something with its. I'm gonna buy something new. Like I've used like a couple refurbished like gaming mice and stuff, and all of them have broken within a month.
Oof.
Yeah, so
but
I'm not big on refurbished pieces or used pieces.
Okay.
If I'm gonna buy something, I'm gonna
understand
save the money to get it brand new.
So I guess if you guys want to watch this, kind of break it
Well,
down,
we can
go
do it.
over some prices on the difference of certain prices and the different prices of other gaming companies. There's multiple. There's Anywhere. There's Omen.
I'm
Those
sure
are examples.
it is.
Razors.
What? What do you?
Gigabyte GeForce RTX 2070 Super 8 GB WindForce OC 3X video card. It's $500 flat
No way.
on Best Buy. Yeah,
Oh my god, that's not
it's
happening.
5 flat.
Oh my god, hold on. It was a
Yeah.
GTX 2080 Super
No, 2070.
2870.
It's
Okay.
still 8 gigs, but yeah. I just went to I went to PC Part Picker and I just clicked graphics cards and they're like the first one.
Mm,
Are you sure it's not a refurbished one?
Yeah.
No, it does not say refurbished on it.
Are you 100%?
Like it's $700 on Amazon, but on Best Buy and Newegg it's $500.
All right, relax, buddy.
I'm just talking. Really, are you really gonna get offended? Really, right now?
Yeah.
We're gonna do this?
I'm 100%.
Oh,
All right, I'm
God.
all in.
Hold on. I'm actually curious. I'm actually going to go to the site and see 2070 Super.
Yeah, I mean, I can send you the link right here on Best Buy if you want me to, and you just pull it straight up.
Oh,
Straight up.
card A.
Pull straight
God
up
dang it.
there.
I can't type.
Look at this. It actually would match my
There's no way.
motherboard if
Hold on.
I wasn't gonna get a new one because I want Intel.
Okay, so we're looking at an MSI NVIDIA GeForce
And
RTX
this podcast has been
2070.
derailed really bad.
Dude, it did, but that's okay because we're getting to some fun stuff. 8 gigabyte GDDR6 PCI Express 3.0 graphics card, black silver,
I got a question,
$509.
Steven, real quick.
What's up?
Could you stream your screen in Discord too, so we could see what you're looking at?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that way, so like we know what you're seeing and explaining, while we can look us up and send it to you as well. Eventually, hopefully, we're all like can record the podcast where we all have face cams and it's on like a multi-cam thing. That's the goal.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
But
Oh, by the way, so the podcast will eventually at some point.
hold on. Oh, I'm not trying to. Oh. Okay, we're off. Okay.
What happened to you?
What was that?
Me?
Yeah.
There's just like thumping music going on. I need to stop.
You were like so distant and it was like weird.
Yeah. It was just. It sounded very strange.
At some point, the
It sounded
podcast.
like you threw a blanket over your mic and just.
Oh, I did actually.
Just started talking through it, just like, this is my new
Yeah,
pop
it was-
filter, guys. You like it?
Yeah.
At
So
some
what are
point,
these 1070? Are these 8 gigs that for $509?
yeah.
Wow.
Why is that so cheap though?
You were a freak, man.
Part of me feels really uncomfortable about that. Let me check a 1080. I'm curious.
I'm gonna
Yo, I'm pulling the trigger.
just for shits and giggies.
Giggies.
I wanna see
That
They
case
don't
is
have
ridiculous.
one?
That case is so stupid.
what case.
That stupid Omen case. It's like a cube that sits on its corner.
Oh,
I hate
yeah.
it.
It is dumb.
It's ridiculous, man. Like, guys, we got it.
Oh, my
A
God.
cube, but it balances on its corner. And then that's it.
But we're
And they
gonna
were
put
like,
legs.
Ship it.
And
It's
it's a
gonna have
gaming
legs.
And they're like, "You mean a GameCube?" It's like, no, totally different.
It's not a GameCube.
It sits on the corner.
Oh, it's still running.
Oh.
A sideways GameCube. Yeah, but like the discs are like regular size.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna buy this i5 6-core CPU
Oh my God.
for $200.
I'm just looking at.
In all honesty, I would really go with Ryzen right now.
I already have one. I want to go to. I just heard Intel is better.
It's not, but
Oh, okay. Here we go. Debate.
it's not. It's not.
Wesley, you're taking the affirmative side of Intel. You're gonna defend it, and Steve.
It's just.
Okay, Steve, you're the affirmative side. You're gonna tell us why Ryzen's better, and you have. Hold on. I put a timer.
Debate right
Hold on. I put a timer on my phone. Steve, you get 2 minutes to explain
now.
why it's better. Wesley, you get 3 minutes in rebuttal, and then I'll vote.
No.
All right, here we go. Stopwatch. Steven, you ready? Go.
Yeah, easy. So, okay. I think Ryzen is better, and it's definitely gotten better because it has been a great contender for price fighting against Intel. Intel released a graphics card, I forget. It was like a 9X something. It was weird. No one liked it. It was absolute trash. Okay? But Ryzen has been doing really good and has been getting really better. Their Threadripper series has just far outdone Intel in so many ways. The benchmarks are better. Linus Tech Tips has actually done some really good benchmarks to show you that. But Ryzen is giving Intel a run for their money, and their prices are cheaper than Intel. It's just better to have a Ryzen than it is to have an Intel because you're getting better results out of your Ryzen than you are your Intel at this point in time. Like, it's just Intel's slacking. They have been slacking for a couple of years now, and they've definitely been slacking with Ryzen's Threadripper series, which is disgusting. But I mean, for based off of price, it's better than Intel. I mean, price is really a huge thing when it comes for me. But like for people who are wanting to build builds and they don't want to spend a lot of money, your Ryzen CPU is going to be a lot better than buying an Intel CPU, just in general. That's all I got to say about that.
All right, you are 40 seconds short, so I will take that into account with your scorecard. All right, Wesley, you
There's
get
no
the
scorecard.
Wesley, you get
So-
to defend Intel starting now.
You're definitely right about the price, and one of the main reasons for that is because nobody is buying Ryzen's for regular PCs. It's more or less just all gaming PCs, and also your Ryzen's aren't gonna last as long. Like, they're just not gonna hold up. That's why they're cheaper. So, like, if you have a PC that you're gonna want to use for a very long time and you don't plan on changing anything about it, then Intel is your go. But I definitely agree with you on the price, and I definitely agree that if you're like us and you're gonna be constantly changing things, then yeah, you can go with AMD and you won't have a problem. You might even get better results, but like, I don't know. I just know that they don't hold up over time, and they definitely have the tendency to burn out. Especially, I don't know about overclocking with the Ryzen.
They do
I
well
just don't
with
know how
that.
that would. Huh?
They do actually quite well with that.
Really?
Yeah, they can use up more cores and spread them out.
Yeah, I've always heard that Intel is what you want if you're. It's like quality over your price, so it's just whatever your preference is, really.
Yeah.
But. Eh.
All right, time is up. Thank you for both of your input. So we're gonna make a decision now. I don't have to buy another motherboard if I get a Ryzen, so Ryzen wins.
You could have just said that to begin with. Like, hey,
You
I have a
really?
motherboard.
Okay,
that's
so
com-
why'd you make this debate if you were?
So, like, let's look at
You're
the
an
price. Okay.
Ryzen wins.
Hold on. A Ryzen Core i9.
We already talked about the
9900K.
price.
Okay.
Bro, we already talked about the price.
Right.
We know they're more
3.6
expensive.
Hey, we need to move on to a
gigahertz.
different topic, okay?
But hold on.
But they're-
Quick question for you then. What CPU what CPU, Intel or AMD, does Tesla's use?
Oh, I don't care.
Care?
You should care because that should tell you something.
I don't give a shit what. I don't give a shit what a Tesla uses. I'm putting
Okay.
a computer, not a car.
Okay, it's important to know which one they use because those are crazy machines that do crazy things that have to do so many things at once and a lot of processing for an electric
Oh, yeah.
vehicle. Because it's not mechanical, it's electrical. The whole thing's electrical. It has to be run by a brain. Okay, the whole
Oh.
thing. So
All right, so it looks like we're going to buy a Ryzen 5
get a, Ry-
3600.
get a Ryzen 7.
Dude, it's money, man. I
It's
don't
not
want to
that
spend
expensive.
$400.
It's not that expensive.
Dude, I guess it's only $30. Okay.
Yeah.
i9, it's four.
Actually, it's on sale for $100. So
Yeah.
but we'll see if I get there.
But I'll go ahead and tell you, Tesla runs AMD. Okay, that's what they run for their brain. They don't use Intel. They run AMD.
Well, aren't they just
Okay.
specials?
They are
And
phenomenal.
once you work for Tesla,
I would love to work for Tesla. What are you talking about? Don't tempt me. Okay, that's what I want.
You can tell me that the goddamn like space station runs on AMD. I still will not change. It will not change my mind.
Just like NASA is running AMD
Yeah,
Threadrippers.
It's running AMD for fucking.
I don't know.
I
International
cannot be
Space
changed.
Station.
I'm down for the budget, and they last.
Like whenever I was, I had like a job in high school where we were working, like on our high school's PCs,
Mhm.
and we had that conversation one day. Like the guy I was working with was talking to like our manager, I guess, like our instructor that like led the whole program.
Leader.
She was like, "Yeah." She's like, "We cannot buy AMDs, AAs." She's like, "He's like, but it's cheaper," and it was like, she was like, "They will burn out." And this was obviously a different situation, but she was like, "All of these teachers leave their computers on 300 or 150 days out of the year." She's like,
Yeah.
Oh,
"Those will
and
burn
they
out in a
they don't
matter of
blow
days."
out. They don't blow their computers out either, so they allow dust to build up. That's a huge problem.
Oh, you should do
Never-
that.
We honestly, yeah,
Yeah.
we didn't really have any problems with dust because a lot of the computers were on stands and shit, and there
Mhm.
wasn't like, yeah, obviously we have tile in all the rooms and stuff, so yeah, we just, I don't know, it's that debate is the same as the Xbox PS4 debate. It's like if you want to nitpick, there's nitpicky shit that you can point out, but like
PlayStation, I would say
In the
PlayStation's
end-
AMD, Xbox is Intel,
well, yeah, because they're
basically.
you're talking like
If they were to be compared, AMD would be PlayStation because it's cheaper than Xbox.
yeah.
Kind of like that. Yeah, I can see that, but like I said, I'm more for cheaper prices. Intel has been kind of slacking a little bit lately, so I can't really give them props on a lot of stuff. Hate to shout out someone who's several million subscribers ahead of us, but Linus Tech Tips has done quite a few benchmarks with AMD, and AMD's been getting disgusting. I mean, this is weird. Like I will be honest, like at first AMD was like garbage. I didn't like it. Intel was definitely top tier. And then something happened where either Intel just thought, hey, we're the best. We don't need to do much. And then all of a
None
sudden,
of the other people just
Well,
cut
because
out.
and then
Intel,
AMD cut
you
up.
gotta also think about how much Intel makes just if you're like off the corporate world. Like I don't.
I mean,
they're-
Apple uses Intel.
There's
So, I mean,
no, yeah. There's no like I said, I think Ryzen more aims it towards
gamers. I think it's
like
gamers and
gaming
the small stuff.
and shit like that. And Intel's just kind of like the corporate world's gonna buy these anyway, so we don't care. Like
Right.
Yeah.
It's like,
some of your gaming
they'll use
PCs,
it.
but we just sold 1,500 to fucking,
Apple.
Williams or whatever for a server farm or something like.
Yeah.
I will say though that the AMD server Threadrippers the Threadrippers. I keep saying that because they're just amazing, but the server CPUs that AMD's been pushing out has been quite. I don't know. It's dumbfounding. They're actually quite good, but I mean, like, it's progressed in such a way that it's like, I feel like Intel's no longer on top, and they're now on equal grounds with AMD at this point. I would say we're pretty close to equal grounds. It's just why.
And I feel like they still have but they have a mentality that Microsoft shares, and that people are gonna buy our shit anyway.
It's brand.
So
yeah.
sell it. So make your thing as good as you want,
Mhm.
but we're Intel.
right.
Or make your thing as good as you want, but we're Microsoft. So
Hey, by the way, we have multi-million-dollar TV commercials.
yeah, so it's
so
like go ahead.
go for it. Have fun, kid.
Yeah.
Good luck. So I mean, like, no, okay. So I've been trying to keep up with like streaming and everything,
Yeah.
and now
How's that going?
Oh, it's been going pretty good. Now that I'm no longer employed, is hold on. Now that I'm no longer employed, one of the things is, I've been trying to focus on a little bit more. I've watched a few things during quarantine, during people losing their jobs and getting unemployment. It's really a good, solid time for people to either make content if that's what they were really into or not. But I'm gonna tell you, like, anyone can do it, but it's just gonna be one of those you gotta work. It's still work, and you gotta do it. But like with this, I have a little bit more time, not having a job, and I think it'll be a little bit easier to push out more content. More. There's plenty of stuff now everywhere, so there's always something to talk about. But I mean, I've changed my streaming schedule. So my streaming schedule used to be Fridays and Sundays. Now I'm doing it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Marcus, I don't know I don't know when God Skeleton's doing it. Okay, so
It will become more frequent once
You get your
I'm
work
on my
schedule?
own.
okay,
Just because there'll be nothing really.
Yeah.
you do.
It's a lot more comfortable to do it that way, and it's just a lot more. I'll be more committed to being able to do that when I have my own space that doesn't have to like change around. Like right now, I'm 4 people use this room multiple times throughout the day, so it's not like I'm about to start a job, so it won't be till the evenings, and so things will just kind of once I get my life scheduled and things get going on my own, things will become way more scheduled. I hope because I won't have anything to do. I mean, other than schoolwork, and that ends in November. I graduate, so like I won't have anything to do really
Round of
those
applause.
evenings.
I mean, like
Do what?
I said, a round of applause.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be honest. Like, I'm just really trying right now to to make sure I stick to the schedule. It's really important that I do it, and I feel it's important for all of us. But anyway, so with us doing this, I just wanted everyone to know who's watching this. With us doing this, we're not a group of streaming.
Okay, that's rude.
And so, I'm trying
we
to
don't like each other.
I'm trying
we
to
actually
explain
hate
it.
each other.
I'm trying to explain it. So we're not in a group in a sense that hey, we're going to be doing like God, I don't everything together. We have our own individual streams, but the thing is, occasionally we'll be in each other's streams playing games.
I would say more often than occasionally. I'd be like,
Okay, yeah, I'll say
I
more
would
often.
say like if you're on, and I get my stuff taken care of at the beginning of my stream, and we want to do something like I'm
Yeah,
more than
me
happy.
and Skelly are probably going to be together more often than not.
Yeah,
we'll
'cause
be
I mean,
living
like,
together. So
Yeah, you guys will be living together. I'm living on my
'Cause,
own. over
yeah,
here.
and we
But-
play together all the time.
that too.
But the thing is right now, while everything's progressing and everything keeps going the way it's going, right now we're doing this podcast through Discord. So you guys are gonna hear me great. You might hear Marcus a little pretty well. I don't know. You might hear Wesley pretty well. It's just up to how you're hearing things. All right. But at some point, this podcast is gonna progress, and we're all gonna be in one room, where there's gonna be 3 of us at a time, just recording the podcast.
That or it just goes to webcams first for a while.
Yeah, I might do that. So, I mean, nonetheless, like, it's not going to be just you guys are seeing video of me all the time. And it's not going to be that all the time, I promise. At some point,
No,
you'll
it
get to
is.
see them. You know, Marcus might just keep his mask on if he was ever on webcam, so, you know,
Yep.
don't see his face.
That's
Which,
why
by the way,
it's
if you want a face reveal, you're going to have to do some subscribing and
I
following
got money, boys.
on our follows. But hey, I mean, I think there's been quite a bit of good things to talk about. One thing I want to kind of leave off here at the end of
Are
this
we
year.
done?
I mean, yeah,
We're winding down.
we're kind
Jack
of
just got here.
we're just winding down. Jack,
Jack just got here.
Jack's rolling in late. He had a
Yeah.
job. He's rolling in late. But we're winding down to this episode. But I will say, I'm still going to link everything in the description. Got Skeletons will be in the description. Silence will be in the description. Mine will be in the description. Go over there, hit follow, share this channel, YouTube channel, with your friends, people you know. Tell them to come watch, put likes, subscribes. Send our Twitch channels to your friends with follows, please. And thank you. But I think it's been. I think this has been a very great podcast.
Been something.
It's been a podcast, that's for sure. Probably a lot of arguing
We
here
can
and
agree
there.
on
It wasn't arguing; it was debating.
Just
yeah,
a
it
really
was structured,
And we
Steven.
both suck at debating.
just like something we weren't prepared to like discuss.
Yeah, and yeah.
Just like I don't have
Put
my
those on
numbers
the
right
podcast.
now, but it's
Yeah.
good.
It's not my fault, you guys. didn't have notes.
She is very beautiful to me.
Like Marcus just comes in and it's like, okay, I'm gonna time both of you guys, and you guys are gonna defend
Oh
this
wait,
stances.
what's
And
that video? It's like she is very gorgeous to me. That kid,
I can't
Oh my
remember.
God.
I know what you're talking about. Like I can see it right now,
Yeah.
but I can't remember. But
like,
like,
a kid on the bus, and his friends are like clowning him. And he's like, he's like, she is very gorgeous to me.
but I mean, like, so like Marcus comes in, he's like, you got 2 minutes debate here as Steven, you're
I'm
gonna
sorry you
do
don't come
AMD.
prepared for
Hold on,
spontaneous
hold on.
debates.
Hold on. Don't go- Why? Do you literally expect people to become prepared for spontaneous debates?
I have some notes.
I walk around pocket full of notes on processors.
Oh my god. Just like, yeah.
That's my passion, all right?
Just
I like
saying.
to debate on processors.
Sometimes I even eat those notes so I remember them forever.
Yeah.
It's just,
That's not how that works.
I'm pretty
Just
sure that's how it
try.
works.
I just I glue my eyeballs open.
I put them under my pillow at night and sleep on it.
Oh my god.
No, I hate
Do you remember that? Like, that was the weirdest advice that I ever gotten as a child. Was like, hey,
You know,
if you want to remember this, read it before you go to bed, so you remember it for the test tomorrow, and then put the book under your pillow, and you will remember it the next day.
yeah, I think those people were making fun of you behind your back.
Yeah, I never did it. But I know.
I've never heard that.
He's like, just so you know.
Just so you know,
I
I
never do that.
I did not do it because I thought it was dumb. And I was like, that's not even possible. Also, I like comfortable
But
pillows.
what if they were right?
Well, you know what? Then I did pretty good without
I
it.
gotta
So.
start sleeping on books then.
just like all of my books are on my laptop. What do I do then? I don't know. Shove your laptop under your.
Goodbye, guys.
It's just-
I have a book to sleep on.
It's like,
Could you imagine being like, yeah, all my stuff's on my computer, and then you look somebody laying on their like tower,
Laying on my monitor.
just
like-
like back is on them, like they're just like slinking off each side.
I was supposed to sleep on it. That's what he told me to do.
schooling 2020.
Like,
Just shove
all
your.
my shot. I gotta sleep on my computer all the time.
Just slide
Like,
your,
for my
your
fat ass.
tower under your
Professor told me
pillow.
to sleep on it, and I did.
And like 10 minutes
Didn't
later,
help.
your pillow lights on fire.
Yeah.
It's like, oh goodness, swarming here. Did somebody turn off the AC?
Oh my god, dude, it's bad. But no, anyways, so it's just great. We didn't get into Call of Duty Warfare or anything like that because honestly, there's not really a big update. I mean,
we can stretch it another 10 minutes, Steve.
another 10 minutes. Yeah, I mean, okay, so we can go over it if we want to. After this episode has been recorded, I'm going to be streaming for like an hour or two. But I'm just saying, okay, look, there's still a problem with the glitching with the guns and everything and people causing people to have seizures. But I don't know. It's supposedly this patch was supposed to fix it, is what I've been reading. I can't guarantee it, okay? There's
Also, I heard from one of my friends that plays on Xbox who is super into plays Warzone like all the time. It's like all he plays.
Does he have the full
and-
game or does he have just Warzone?
No, he has the full game.
Okay.
But I heard that update on PC was like a couple gigs. PS4 it was a couple gigs,
Uh-huh.
and then on Xbox it was like 60 something.
It was 66 gigs on Xbox.
I don't know if that's true.
That's what I was reading on a couple places. Marcus said he just just
That
updated it on his
is
Xbox.
Awful.
There was something about they were saying something about there was a bug that they had to fix and that there was a problem and they're trying to fix it so these updates aren't that big for Xbox players, but there was
Yeah.
some kind of bug problem that's causing these to have to be that big. And that's absolutely insane because it was doing something like you were having to re-download, almost like reinstall.
Like half the game.
Yeah, it was like you were reinstalling everything that was already there.
Okay.
So it was
Yeah.
like it was acting really weird. So it was like a 66.
I thought
gig
it would have
update.
had to be something like that where it was just
Yeah, I think that's the bug.
You
It's
know.
like it was having you like almost like re-download or like reinstall the stuff you already had on
No,
there, so
like,
it would
yeah,
take it
yeah,
off and then
yeah.
reinstall it. It's weird.
like the whole game.
Yeah, like I never just.
I was gonna say because that is like, why would you ever do that?
dude, I just. But like, I
Just
don't
buy
get
a
how
PC,
that,
bro.
like, at this point, just buy PC. You can get more
I
storage
know,
in it.
and it's
It's easy.
obviously so hard to like pull that trigger because it's so much money at one time. But like,
Oh yeah.
I bought my PC 4 years ago and I haven't,
Well,
you know,
I bought my first one 4 years ago, but I bought my new one a couple months ago. But
yeah. Well, I mean, it's like it'll last.
it'll last a fat minute.
I won't say it'll last longer than a console, but it will.
Oh, it definitely will.
Yeah.
I mean, you can use it for
You
more
know.
too. And the good
Yeah.
news is if you get like, you can use an Xbox controller better than a PlayStation controller on your PC, but you can
Yeah.
still use both if you just want to do still.
Yeah, if you really want to.
So I mean, like, hey, I
Nothing
got
wrong with it.
real comfortable playing Warzone on PlayStation, or I got real comfortable playing it on Xbox. Boom, just hook up a controller.
Yeah.
All right, you can even get a PlayStation Scuff controller, but it's designed like an Xbox. I mean, easy peasy. But I mean, like the update was ridiculous for Xbox players.
Yeah.
And I feel real bad. Like that was weird. And I mean, these consoles, people are buying the base console that has 500 gigs. I mean, the game is a ridiculous amount of gigs as it is. It's like 136 gigs to download the whole game.
That, I mean, that alone would make me be like, all right, this is just ridiculous. Like,
Like my whole thought process though, when I bought the game and I downloaded it on my PC, was like, oh, 100 gigs, no problem. That's my first thought
yeah,
because I'm using a PC. But then people are talking about like outrageous gigabytes. It's like, what? That's not a lot. I'm on a PC. And then they're like,
yeah.
I'm on Xbox. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a
I
lot.
remember Red Dead was the same deal because Red Dead is what, like 150 gigs.
Oh yeah, that's ridiculous too. I mean, it gets
And,
updates
like,
as well.
I remember downloading that on my Xbox when it first came out, before it came out on PC.
Hmm.
And it was literally like my whole hard drive,
That's insane. That's absolutely insane.
or what was left of my
What was open still?
external
Oh Jesus.
hard drive that I bought when I had my first Xbox One. It was like 4 terabytes.
Ooh, That's nice. Well, I mean, like I have. So my
Yeah, that was
PlayStation is a 500 gig PlayStation. I bought
Yeah.
it from Chase. Yeah, actually, he gave it to me for free for Chase from him. Wow, I'm having problems. Okay, he gave it to me because I bought a controller. He said if you buy a
Cool.
controller, you can have it. And I was like, okay. So spent $60, got a free PlayStation 4 out of it. But it was a 500 gig PlayStation. That's not a lot of gigabytes, especially with all the games that are out and about and keep coming out. So I bought a 2 terabyte external hard drive. I don't know if you ever had this problem on Xbox. There's one problem that I have on PlayStation. So when PlayStation goes into rest mode, if my hard drive is plugged in, when I go to turn my PlayStation back on out of rest mode, it acts like the not necessarily file, but the external hard drive is corrupted. So what I have to do is I have to turn off the PlayStation, unplug the hard drive, turn the PlayStation on, wait for everything to boot up, and then plug it in to get it to work correctly without doing like a hey, this might be corrupted, and then have you like wait 10 minutes for it to do all the searching and loading.
I feel like I've had stuff like that happen before.
But I've just never had that happen with an Xbox, or at least I don't know anyone. I mean, I'm sure there's someone that has had that happen, but
I might have had. Sorry, I
no,
might
you're
have had that a time or two,
yeah,
but it was never like a consistent thing. My Xbox, we had it in this house. I had it in this house before we got like surge protectors put on.
Mhm.
So then my house got struck by lightning.
Oh, jeez.
And so like the Xbox didn't work. I sent it in to get repaired. It came back, worked for a couple more months, and then it stopped working again. And then I sent it in again, and now it's back to not working.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's definitely time for a new one, but just
I'm not
the
gonna
whole
lie.
process.
I decided to instead of just buying a surge protector, I just got this little uh,
Oh, you get it.
yeah. I decided to go all out, and I went ahead and bought myself a battery backup for my stuff. So it's a
Yeah.
surge protector and a battery backup. So basically, when my electricity goes out, my PC is fine. And a couple other really important stuff stays okay and isn't affected by that, just in case. But my friend, I feel real bad for my friend. My friend had his Xbox plugged in, and there was a really bad storm like about a month ago, and there was a lot of lightning and stuff, and it struck his like apartment building, and
Yeah.
it fried his Xbox. I mean, like the whole thing is just destroyed. I mean,
That's-
it
yeah,
literally.
Was it like the cat from Christmas Vacation?
Yeah, kind of. It literally
Oh, nice.
it exploded in his living room. So, like he had a fun little
Yeah,
present.
mine didn't do that, but it was definitely smelling a little burny, a little electrical fiery.
A little extra fried. Yeah, that electric
Yeah.
fire scent, by the way, will stick with you forever because when you smell it, you're like, something's burning.
Yep. Yeah.
For sure, and it's very distinct
Every time
too.
I'll smell it sometimes if I'm like, I'll just be like outside doing something. I'm like, smells like copper.
Yeah, I smell that if my
Smells
if
like
I drive my
copper and
car.
silicone burning.
Like,
Oh,
like
no.
when I was working on servers, you knew when something was on fire or something was burnt because it just
Oh,
has
yeah.
a very distinct smell. And when you got
Yeah,
fans
it is.
going everywhere, that scent starts coming to you, and you're like, okay, something's burnt. Let's go figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
And it'll stick with you forever. It's weird. But no, hey, I think this has been great, guys. Next episode,
That's good.
we're recording the next episode Saturday. We'll see who's on then. But this is episode 3. All right, this goes up Sunday, which is technically today, because we're recording it at 2:00 in the morning again.
Hey.
But hey, guys, really appreciative. We'll be here next couple days or so. I'm gonna be streaming for a couple days, so new schedule starts Monday. All right, Marcus will be on whenever he gets on. Same thing for Wesley over here. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna put their
Oh yeah.
Twitches in the link. All right. Jack wasn't on today. He unfortunately decided to try and get on too late in. Anyways, hey, we're real close to affiliate. We got 50 follows. We just need 3 consecutive views a game stream. Tell me, what do you guys want to see? All right, come by, hang out for a little while. All right, watch it. We can get affiliate. We can get farther. We can do more. All
He
right.
gets affiliate, he'll take his shirt off on stream.
Yeah. Bet.
Oh, not gonna happen.
Yeah. And if anything,
Not allowed.
we'll just
Not
stuff
allowed.
Wesley in some really tight shirts and just post it to
Yes.
Instagram and stuff. Anyways, guys.
That does not breach terms of service. Hopefully.
Yeah, it shouldn't. It'll be fine. It'll be on Instagram and Twitter.
Terms of use.
Anyways, guys, hey, it was real important. I'll see all of you later, gentlemen. It's a fun time.
Yep.
Yeah, Steve, thanks for having me on again.
Absolutely. Hey, guys, we'll back Saturday. This one goes up
So,
Sunday.
so when can I expect my check?
Sometime.
Never. I'm not. You just don't.
We'll figure it out. All right, guys, we'll see you
All
later.
right, you owe me money.
Bye, guys. Everyone, have a good evening, day, whatever it is. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's go.